Hey, look at that.
Those guys look familiar.
My hat's crooked.
All right, y'all. Welcome to Fish Talk Live's pregame show. We're here just letting y'all get checked in. Say hey, howdy, hey, how are you?
Howdy.
I think I said that, a little blurred in, but how'd everybody's week go? Anybody do any good fishing before this weather pushed in?
Mm-hmm.
So I think today was kind of a bit of a wash.
It was a kind of a blowout today. I think Teddy went out today. I did not.
Neither did I.
It was a little too blowy for me.
Yeah, had a pretty week up until then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was pretty good. A couple what was it? Yesterday, I believe I went out yesterday, and it was still a little blowy, but it was successful. So. Yep. Let us know you're out there. Just say hello, drop a line, say howdy.
How'd y'all's week go? Anybody do any fishing? Anybody ready to do some tournament fishing?
Mm-hmm. That's what we're talking about tonight, I hear.
Yeah, a little something about that.
That's a cool. Little bit of tournament action.
Yeah.
Got a couple of special guests to talk to tonight.
Tell you, this strong east wind, it's going to make for a tough tournament.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Be a rough week for fishing.
Hopefully you got a shallow running boat. Yeah.
A very, very shallow running boat.
Yeah.
Or a kayak.
Yep. Definitely.
So something pretty cool we have coming up is the Phillips car show.
Oh, I heard about
one of
that.
our sponsors. They get together. They do a really awesome car show. It's at the Phillips dealership.
Mm-hmm.
There's some of the information right there on the screen itself. It is a toy drive. They do have music, food, all that fun stuff. It's a event we're showing up to.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the rides that people have built and or purchased. It's a nice scene of event there.
Oh, I bet it is. I hope to see everybody there.
That's it. No, last year I remember voting for a old Chevy C10.
No,
Imagine that.
Yeah. Square box.
Yeah. Yeah, if it was meant to be fast, it wouldn't be shaped like a brick.
Yeah.
Sure do look good though.
That's funny.
The other thing we have coming up here in a couple of weeks, which we're very, very excited for, is the Ho 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 Fishing for Dough tournament.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So don't miss a chance on getting pre-registered for it. We will be capping that tournament, just like we had to last year. It's growing very rapidly for a great cause, and that's one thing we were very excited to be a part of there.
Yeah, I hear there's going to be a lot of festivities there too.
Yep. Looking forward to it. We've made a few changes to it, which you will hear at the captain's meeting, and I'm sure there'll be posts about it also, about what's being brought in. Definitely looking forward to that day.
A little bit more of a catch and release deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. You weren't here for last year's.
I was not. No, it's a kayak tournament.
It is. Yeah.
So I'm usually not here, but I might be here. I might not be in the tournament, but I think I might show up over here and maybe if Gary will let me be a weighmaster.
There it is.
I might come in.
I like it. Come put you to work.
Yeah. Maybe. So we'll see.
Yeah, pretty sure we'll still have the beer garden again, and looking forward for some good food and events.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I always enjoy tournament times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not much for kayak fishing. Like I said, I've got 2 kayaks. I think I've used them a total of 3 times in the past 8 years.
It's definitely it's like food, and it's an acquired taste.
Yeah. And I'm kind of riddled with arthritis, so me and kayaks don't get along too well.
Yeah, that'll change your taste.
Yeah, a little bit painful for me.
Yeah, I know they are an ultimate way to be able to sneak up on some fish.
Oh, yeah, definitely, for sure.
Now we're going to speak a little bit on that this evening on the kayak side of tournament life.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. We'll be right back.
Beyond the woods, down the twists and the turns, through the marsh, lies the knowledge needed to fish the nature coast.
This is Fish Talk Live.
Yes. Welcome to
Fish Talk Live.
presented Hi. Phillips Auto Group, one and only, out of 3.
Oh, yeah.
3 great
3 and only.
dealerships, one great name, cannot beat them. And Billy, you were talking with Mario a little bit about the big toy drive they do. That was a lot of fun last year.
Absolutely was. The car show itself is worth the event.
Oh, dude, remember that 66 Mustang that was there last year?
That was pretty sharp.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Brody went, and I think that's where he really gained his passion for the antique cars. Yeah, that was really cool. So, all right, guys, tonight, guys and ladies, tonight we are talking tournaments.
Yes.
One of my favorite subjects. If you've ever met me before, I'm a little bit on the competitive side. I like competition. I think it drives all of us inside. But better yet, I like competition with a good competition.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, not just good competitors within the tournament, but a good, well-ran tournament.
Absolutely.
And our friends over at the Florida Redfish Series do exactly that. So they've got the championship this weekend. Even if you're not participating in it, it's a lot of fun to stay updated on their Facebook page. Check it out. Watch the live weigh-ins at the end of the show. No matter what, it's just a great thing. And if you get a chance, go up to Seahag Marina this weekend, Friday and Saturday. It's a 2-day tournament. Watch the live weigh-ins. I would recommend trying to get there Saturday for the grand finale to see, all the blood, sweat, and tears that were put into that tournament. Watch them come up on stage and weigh those fish in. So
that's it. How big of a scale can we get?
That's it. But before we get into tournaments, we're going to do a little appreciation post to our friends over at the 352 Legends. It's a local NFL franchise, flag football for youth. We just got Brody into it. We've met a lot of great friends and a lot of great teams in flag football. I didn't realize how competitive this stuff has gotten. So here's a little video of Brody's team, the Jaguars, of how they just start to show up on the field. So check this out.
Feared predator in Latin America. Not even the largest herbivores are safe from one of the strongest bites in the animal kingdom.
Oh man, they've got a fog machine, the tunnel.
I know exactly how to get those kids pumped up and ready for more.
Look at those legs pumping in there. Oh, yeah.
The Jaguars.
So cool. I mean, you're talking 5, 6, and then, early 7-year-olds.
Yep.
All the way through, I want to say 15U, I believe, up to 15. But competitive as competitive gets. If you all have youth, whether it's children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, I really encourage y'all to get them in that league, because not only does it teach them the game of football, but it teaches them about competition.
Absolutely.
And strategy. So
the whole structure of the game.
Now, I was very fortunate to get teamed up with CJ Williams. He's the coach with me on the Jaguars. This guy has brought his son, Junior, since he was 4 years old into this game, maybe even 3 years old.
He's little.
He's little, but dude, this kid's a beast. They call him the gritty beast. So he, just to see the passion in this kid's eyes, that's how we should raise our kids, to have passion about competition. So that's a great way to lead this week right into tournament week. But let's see what is being caught before all this awesome weather over at the Extreme Decalz Catch of the Week with Captain Mario himself.
How are you guys doing? Ooh, look at that redfish.
Look at those calves. Those calves are kayaking calves.
Yeah, definitely. Oh,
that'll drive legs.
Look at that trout. That's
my man Brian.
Heck of a nice one.
Beautiful redfish.
That's Brian's daughter with a nice little red, looks like.
That wasn't caught today. That was calm water.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Here's another redfish. Dave.
It's a hell of a kayak angler right
Yeah.
there.
There's a lot of the kayaks going out now.
Oh, yeah.
George Quinn with a nice red.
Another. These are all top
Wow,
seeds.
Yeah,
Man,
that's him
double
again.
header?
That's George again. Look at that one in the background too.
I like that.
Yep. Yeah, it's Jessica and James. Don't forget about James. There's a little flatty from Jessica.
Do you think those two like tally how many fish they each catch and then
100%.
They
Yeah.
might.
That is
Yeah.
a-
Yeah.
Home rival.
have like
right there.
massive bragging wars?
100%.
We should have them as guests on the show one day.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. There's Matt. Hello.
Go ahead, Billy. Say your nickname. Go ahead.
Hold on. There is. Yeah. Oh, Matt with 8 rods in the back.
Might be 10 on that one. There he is again. Is that a black drum?
It sure looked like one.
That was a big ugly with holding a black drum.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. There's
Aussie on the air.
Captain Aussie, man. I'm excited to see him at the tournament this weekend.
Some nice sheepies. There we go. Is that a big redfish? Looks
Yeah.
like he's a top slaughter.
Looks like a
Very nice
29 inch.
fish.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I see a
The screen's
30.
a little bit too far for me to see.
Definitely a nice fish.
God.
There's a big
I like
trout.
that choice of bait you got there.
Yeah.
We'll call it 25, I'm pretty
25?
sure. Yeah.
Pushing 25 at least. That's a big trout.
Mario, what's a gator trout size?
I would say 24 and bigger. That's,
24 and
that's
bigger?
what I would consider a gator trout. Anything 24 and bigger.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a nice fat red. And another big trout. Good.
That's the
night.
Scott.
That was Scott squared there. the Scott
Pritchard,
Peas fishing with our boy Kenny up in Keaton Beach.
That's
awesome.
Another big fat redfish. At least they're
I
everywhere.
bet they were lost on a boat.
These reds are everywhere.
Oh,
And
man,
the trout.
Wow.
they had a
nice
blast
trout,
up there.
Scott.
If you guys haven't had a chance to fish with Captain Kenny Mullins up in Keaton Beach, you are missing out.
There's some big fish up there. Yep.
Wow.
Terry, the big fat trout.
God.
That time of the
Yeah, it is.
two-hander.
Thomas Hughes. Big, thick
Good
redfish.
catch, kid.
Two-hander. There's some more nice redfish. Gosh, these redfish are just back to back to back. I'm telling you, there's some nice ones out there. Golly. Travis Brown. Nice red. Yeah.
Travis.
is Travis. Yeah, Travis Roberts with a stack of
Looks like you fed him steel.
sheepies.
Yeah, I was going to say.
All right, we are going to commercial break, and we'll see you in just a few.
My name is Captain Gary Bartell Jr. I own Ozello Keys Marina and River Adventure Tours right here in Ozello, Florida. Having a reliable truck in my line of business is very important, but what's even more important is a relationship with who we got the vehicle from. And Phillips Ocala is a prime example of a partner in our business. They sponsor our show, which has brought it to the next level. Fish Talk Live was real small before they got involved, and they really helped us gather the tools that we needed to get it to the next level. They also support a lot of the community affairs in our area, whether it be fundraisers or just lending a hand after a hurricane. Phillips Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is always there for us. We're real excited to be not only partners with them, but friends with them.
Right. All right, you guys. So we're going to introduce you guys to Chris and Keli Harwood from the
Florida Redfish Series.
Florida Redfish Series. They're going to be on the phone with us, being able to talk to Gary and Captain Mario over the casting couch. So be right back. We're over to them.
There we are. This is the Ayinde.
There they are.
The Ayinde Matthews State Farm Casting Couch. I'm here with Captain Gary, and I am Mario Castello, and we have Chris and
Keli. And now, Kelly, I need you to do me a favor. You got to switch Chris to go behind the photo of us, you are way better looking than Chris. So we need you to.
Let's see if I can switch my.
There we
like
go.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work right
She
there.
fixed it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we apologize for that. We didn't mean to cover you up there. Uh-oh, I think.
Hold on one second. Some audio technical difficulties. And not yet. I'm assuming they can hear us.
I'm sure. Can you guys hear us? Yeah, they can hear us.
We can hear you.
There we go. Now we can hear you.
All right, now you're back on.
What's happening, guys?
What's up?
What's up, Gary?
Not much. Y'all are getting ready for somewhat of a big weekend, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, getting ready to wind this thing down for 2023. I tell you, I really hated having to postpone it. That really, I don't know, that just draws it way further out than what we want, and but we just had to do it. I mean, there was no way around it.
You know, Chris, I'll be honest with you. You know, as I've grown up, I wish that we could push Christmas further and further back because I look forward to Christmas and I've learned patience as I've gotten older. If you ask Brianna, that's not true. But, you know, what you guys did by changing, you know, the championship dates after the hurricane, even though some may have complained about it, I don't know if they have or not, what you all did is honor. Because I can tell you right now, if you guys didn't do that, people like myself, you know, if Mario was fishing, who lost his home, we would not have fished that tournament. So what you guys did, you know, do not apologize for it. It's something that we look forward to every year, and I will look forward to it for many years to come. So we're really excited for this weekend, and we'll wait as long as we need to fish this thing. But
well, we're gonna get it in, even though the weather's not gonna be ideal for y'all.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect me because all I'm doing is sending you off and weighing your fish. Y'all got to deal with the conditions. But that's tournament fishing. You gotta. Sometimes you just gotta roll with what the Mother Nature gives you. And I tell you, this weekend will definitely, for the kayak side and the boat side, you know, on a perfect weekend, a lot of people can go catch fish. But it's going to be that team or that angler that knows how to make that adjustment for when that water drops out, where those fish are going to be, where they're going to go to, that's going to take home this championship. So
exactly,
you know, whoever makes the best adjustments this weekend is going to take home some money.
That's it. I mean, and you know, it's the same odds for everyone. It's the same weather conditions for everyone. So
it's level playing field.
It's level playing field. Now, Mario,
to me, it puts more emphasis on the angler's knowledge. Like I said, what are those fish going to do when they drop out? You guys as guides, y'all got to do the same thing, right? Y'all got to know where to go when the weather conditions aren't right.
Oh yeah,
or aren't ideal to catch fish for your clients. The same thing with a tournament guy.
Yeah,
and like I said, the guy or the young lady or angler that can make that adjustment is going to take it home this weekend.
Yeah, nobody said it was going to be easy.
Yeah. So let's do this, Mario. You know, I've had the privilege and the honor to fish this thing before. You know, I'm hoping and win it. I'm hoping that you don't fish it, so we still have a chance to win. But let's say that you are looking to start fishing this tournament. Why don't you start with some questions that you may have for them, for other people that are watching right now? They're probably gonna have the same questions that haven't won
that
this.
aren't familiar with the tournament.
Exactly.
Like me, I am very unfamiliar with the tournament. I am not a tournament fisherman. Unlike Gary, I'm probably the least competitive person on the planet. so I don't tournament fish. I'll fish a couple of the local ones just to show up, but I'm not a serious tournament fisherman at all by no means. But if I was fishing these tournaments, I would just want to know some of the basic stuff. How to enter. I'd wonder what the schedule was.
Yeah.
You know, like your yearly schedule, if you have a seasonal schedule or a yearly schedule, just basic stuff like that. If you can go through some of the basic stuff to let everybody know that actually doesn't fish these tournaments, that would probably be interested in it, that would be very helpful. Yeah.
So the first thing, you know, you do have to pay a membership to join our series. Um,
Hold on. Sorry. Our
hold on
vacuum,
just a second.
our vacuum's going off.
Our Roomba just went off for some reason. So it's a membership only series, right? You have to be a member of the series. You can't just come show up and fish and take home the money.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's on our website, flredfishseries.com. Everything goes through the Fishing Chaos app. We do use the Fishing Chaos app for memberships and tournament registrations, where you can also, you get your boat information. We send a lot of information through that app. Our tournament schedule is also on our Facebook page, our Instagram page, and on our website. Our 2024 schedule is already out. It's been out since October.
Oh, you maybe
No, before
sooner.
then.
I think it's sooner than that.
We had to get that out because of our partnership with the National Redfish Tour next year. We had to go ahead and get those dates anchored up and get our 2 qualifying tournaments dates set. So we put that out probably the earliest we've ever put it out. It was probably September at least. 6 regular season tournaments. You only need to fish 2 to qualify for the championship. Championship will be 2 days in September again next year. So very similar dates. Had to move some of the locations around on the dates to be compatible with the National Redfish Tour. Like I said, $50 membership, $250 entry fee for boats, $100 for kayaks. So not a very high entry fee compared to some of the other big traveling series out there. The boat side next year, every regular season tournament will be guaranteed $5,000 to win. On the boat side, the championship will be guaranteed $10,000 to win next year. And working on some more stuff for the kayakers.
Yes, it's taking a little while, but sometimes it takes time for people to get back to us, and their budgets are at different times of the year. So
Absolutely.
We're working hard.
And this is going into year 4 for the boat guys. So we've got some track record. We've built some history. We've built some success with that. This is the end of year 1 with the kayak. So we have a sample size now of what we can do to go to these sponsors to help grow the kayak side. So it's coming. We're working on it to grow that side of it too.
You guys are doing a great job. I mean, the kayak tournament community that you have built alone, you know, that I've seen in this series, it's pretty amazing. You know, I love watching them compete, but then also when they get back to the weigh-ins, it's just that friendship, that,
it's
you know.
camaraderie.
Well, I will tell you right now,
Camaraderie, for sure.
you boaters need to watch them and what they do. Everything.
Yeah.
They are.
Damn right. Except paddle. I don't want to watch them paddle.
They're not saints by no means, but their camaraderie, their Facebook, social media posting alone. I don't know how many I've seen today of guys taking pictures of fueling up, and they got their rigs and they're headed out and they're tagging us in it. And that's the kind of stuff that helps grow a series. Yeah. Grow the popularity, right? And grow sponsorship. And those guys do a phenomenal job. I rag on you guys every tournament. That the kayak guys are killing y'all on that side of it.
Oh, I agree completely, except for fueling up kayaks. I'm confused by that one, but
well, fueling up.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree. That's why we have Matt on the show tonight. You know, we love seeing Matt's face, his energy from every tournament. I mean, the dude just had a triple elbow replacement with 12 shoulders or something. I don't even know what's going on, but now he's out here fishing a tournament, this big championship series. Is that the Great Dane I hear in the background there? That's a Great Dane voice there, man. We are.
Going on.
I tell you what, guys, I'm so happy that you gave us the feedback you did with your Dane, because we are loving Edith and her energy and that roar of a bark that they have.
Come here.
Let's see.
Man, there's nothing like a Dane. They're amazing animals. He's so good with kids and everybody else. They're
awesome. So what? I saw a head. So what do we have in store? The championship, as far as viewership, you know, that are not fishing the tournament. If Brianna's getting some surgery done the next couple of days, we don't know if she's going to make it. But if she wanted to sit at home, watch it, hopefully watch Jacob and I walk up on the stage. What
Sure.
how does she watch? How does any Joe Schmo out there watch this to see the competition
we'll be
happen?
doing a Facebook Live, just like what you guys are doing. And we also do a YouTube live stream.
Perfect.
That you can go watch it, and it'll have the leaderboard rotating on it, so you can see where everybody kind of stacks up as they weigh fish.
Good deal. And then you all made an announcement recently about Abyss batteries, that they're guaranteeing a payout for each tournament, for each regular season tournament. So you have 6 regular season tournaments, correct?
6 regular season tournaments. TH Marine's guaranteeing $5,000 to win every regular season tournament.
That's good.
Whether there's 2 or 62 teams, we're guaranteed $5,000.
Man, that's fantastic.
And Mario, you've fished enough like local benefit tournaments and just local tournaments in general, where you always hear in the background people saying, "Oh, that's not right." I know blah 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 cheetah da da da.
Oh.
It doesn't happen here. These guys have the rules in place that makes it honorable. And then you watch the people that are competing. It's that camaraderie, like you're saying. I mean, everyone has respect for each other. I thrive off of fishing y'all series. So I cannot encourage y'all enough that are watching right now to join. The membership's very reasonable, but if you want to step up your game, check out the Florida Redfish Series. So
I do have an announcement that I'd like to share on here. We haven't posted this up yet.
Oh, heck yeah.
So after a year hiatus or an absence from the Florida Redfish Series, the Power Pole has come back in a big way for 2024.
Heck yeah.
So they've lended a lot of support. They've sent some stuff for this weekend for the championship that we'll have as part of the raffle. We're raffling off a Power Pole Pro Series anchor. We're going to have a micro anchor and HT spike. We're going to have a lot of great raffle prizes. So even if you guys aren't fishing, you'll want to come watch the weigh-in, come out and buy some raffle tickets. We've got a bunch of great raffles, bull bay rods, power pucks, trolling motor mounts, rods, apparel. We got all kind of stuff. We're in coolers. We got Engle coolers, customized Florida Redfish Series Engle coolers this year we're giving away. And that, what else you want to talk about? You want to talk about Champions Dinner?
We have our Champions Dinner on Friday night. It's going to be a low country shrimp boil. Originally, it was going to be, what are they called again? Crawfish. Yeah. But they're out of season now. So
yeah.
Yep.
So I get crawfish. So we're going to have one of those for the anglers on Friday night. The Seahag Marina is going to have their bar open. So that's just a fun time to bring everybody together, hang out. After day 1, you're exhausted, food in you, hang out with other anglers, and get ready for day 2.
If you haven't RSVP'd to it, make sure you do that.
Yes.
So do that is actually a good question I got. I'm pretty sure. Do I have to re-RSVP or the original? Okay, so we're set.
Yeah. The original was good.
Yep, original was good.
And that's Rich from who's sponsoring this dinner?
That is.
So it's the Auto Championship dinner presented by the Cāblz agency.
Correct.
Good deal.
Yes. And we are very thankful for them. They came on and wanted to help. Asked about the Champions Dinner, and we were like, yeah, heck yeah. That's great. That's huge for us. So we really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, they're awesome people. It's
awesome.
Love watching how they work together and then work with the other teams and do this type of stuff. So, well, guys, we're excited. We're really excited to see y'all. I drove up to Seahag about a week ago. They've came a long way from that dreadful hurricane. So excited to see that place back in action. And thank y'all for what you did, because I mean, there would be no tournament at Seahag, in my opinion, if y'all would have tried to done this the original date. So thank you guys for what you did.
Yeah, we think so too. Yep. It was a hard decision, and one we had. So you're always going to have a few people that, no matter what you do, it's not going to be the right thing in their eyes. But we think we did the right thing.
Absolutely did.
definitely.
The only ones that are going to complain about this are the ones that did not win. So,
Right.
well, awesome. Well, we'll see you in the next couple of days, guys. Chris, I hope you feel better, man.
Thank you.
You know, and if you have to stay back, I'm very confident Kelly can just run this thing blindfolded.
She runs it anyway. I'm
Exactly.
just out here, man.
Cool. Mario,
Thank
do
you,
you have any
guys.
other questions?
No, that'll be it, man.
All right,
I
awesome.
appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. See you in a couple days.
Thanks, guys.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Man, that was cool. Yeah.
Dude, good people.
Gets good information for people that don't know anything about the tournament or know little about the tournament. You can go on their Facebook pages. They said they're going to have a live feed on YouTube, and that's great. That's good.
So much fun. And if you all have time to swing up there to Seahag, especially on Saturday, you know, it's this competition,
Yeah.
and you're experiencing like a NFL football game. You're talking about some of the best anglers, you know, all around the state and outside of the state that are coming together to compete. And there's trash talking that leads into high fiving, and so it's really cool to see. But to see Seahag, you know, after seeing the photos of that place and seeing
got
it,
devastated. Yeah.
dude, it was crazy. But to see what. Actually, Billy, you know the lemonade stand that we're running out of?
Yeah.
All right. They have this like horse trailer that they're trying to run out of. But
I can only imagine the amount of tackle they fit inside the horse trailer. Out of the mind-boggling.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's the way they stack their shelves. They don't miss an inch.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Could help.
I wasn't going to say it. I was not going to say it.
When are we going to make that segment?
I don't know.
That's what she
I don't
said
know.
segment.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Maybe we'll have to do it in the next cooking segment.
Oh, awesome. Cool. What do you think? We want to hit a commercial?
Yeah, let's go to commercial. Yeah, sounds good to me.
I'm excited to talk to I love the nickname that Billy gave Matt with 8 rods in the back.
Yeah.
I'm excited to
think
talk
I
to
heard
him
it
to see
from
how
him.
he prepares for a kayak tournament.
He's
So
going to be on Tackle Table Talk, right?
that's it, man.
Yeah,
So we'll be right back.
definitely.
Here in Florida, every name tells a story. Just saying Ian, Nicole, or Michael brings about strong memories. But then there's Adam and Gary. Together, their teams helped rescue over 3,500 people. And Vicky, she used her food truck to feed the community.
Thank you so much, guys.
And Andy, he flew medical aid to devastated communities. But then there's Shane, Clyde, and Robert. Together, they have more than 60 years of storm experience. They stand with an FPL team of thousands, ready to respond. So as the next storm approaches, just know we're prepared. Here in Florida, every name tells a story, and every name is important. Because together, we can weather any storm.
You're going to have to take it away. Here we go.
All right.
Where are we at?
So welcome to the Tackle Table Talk presented by Nature Coast Financial Advisors. We are going to be up here with obviously Captain Gary, myself, and Captain Matt.
Yeah, so I figured, Billy, we'll do 2 steps here. There are 3 steps.
All right.
All right, step 1, I want to talk to Matt first, because I am very intrigued on how kayak fishermen prepare
Absolutely.
for a kayak tournament, especially with the weather conditions we have now.
It is not looking good this week.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough one.
And then step 2, I want to talk to Mario.
Yeah.
All right, I want to talk to Mario about if he were to put that competitive drive in there for a championship like we got this weekend, what would he be doing this weekend?
The game plan.
What's the game plan this weekend? I want to know that, because one of the best things I've done is follow to Mario's advice for fishing,
Right.
and it has been huge. So
That's what she said.
hey.
Sorry.
And then I'm going to tell you all how I prepare for a tournament. So Matt, are you out there, my friend? There he is.
I am, my man. I'm here.
What's happening, Matt?
What's going on, fellas? Good to see y'all.
Good to see you too.
Better to see you. Now, first of all, the nickname that Billy gave you, have you started making decals yet?
I'm pretty
for it?
sure that I've heard it from you, if I'm not mistaken.
No, what you've probably heard me say was Matt in a yak, 8 rods in the back.
That's what it was. Yes. Yes. Thank you for clearing that up for me.
Billy's a 2XL. He just likes to double things up.
I mean, I'm with it. So nice they named it twice, man.
There it is.
Man, I'm excited to see you in person, Matt, but this is going to have to do for now. See you on camera. Matt, so, we talked a little bit earlier. It's really tough to practice, to scout for a tournament of this size with these weather conditions we're having. So what are some of the things that you're changing up to make it different to scout for this? What are some of the things you're doing right now? Because if I'm not mistaken, you're up in Stienhatchee right now, right?
Yeah, you're exactly. I am here right now on location. Weather like we got right 20 mile wind, so it's kind of tough to get out there in a kayak right now. It's not really the best thing to do, not real advantageous, and it can be tough, especially when those winds are straight out of northeast. You're going to lose a lot of water. So I've been doing a lot of time on map analysis and trying to find, some of these feeding zones where I think these fish will move into.
So how do you determine a feeding zone with cooler weather? What are some of the things you're looking for?
So, great question. Right now with the weather, it's definitely going to change the way the fish move. The fish, like us, are going to want warmer conditions. Nobody likes it when it's really cold out there and blowing windy. The fish don't either. So they're going to hunker down just like, we would expect them to. They're going to start moving into some of those transition zones around the mouths of creek systems and some of the rivers, looking for that warmer water and darker water. Darker water often means warmer water. So as we start to get some of the temperatures or even a north coming through, it can be helpful to find that dark water around some of these creek mouths.
Perfect. Rick Murphy said it best. When you have a sudden weather change, look for things that hold, like if you're going from hot to cold, look for things that hold temperature and vice versa too. So mud, rocks, but what you're talking about is the dirty water, which is
muddy water.
Yep,
that warm stuff.
I agree. So now, Matt, where would you consider your normal stomping grounds? Like, if you could pick any place to redfish in the state of Florida, where would it be?
Anywhere to redfish in the state of Florida. That's a different question than where my stomping grounds are. Right. My stomping grounds are up around the Panacea area, but and we have great fishing. We do, but the Taylor County area. I don't know if a lot of the viewers know this, but Taylor County has more undeveloped coastline than any other county in the state of Florida. It's untouched. It's wholly redfish land because it's undeveloped. So the fish that are down here are just a lot less pressured and a lot more hungry. So when they hit a lure, they hit it like they mean it. So I think I have a lot more fun fishing in the Taylor County area. That includes, all the way from Perry to, Stienhatchee and even further south. But, I think this area is just really special because it's not developed some of the others around Florida.
I agree
to that.
Yeah. Absolutely. So in the Florida Redfish Series, you cannot use live bait. Artificial only. When it starts to get a little bit cooler like this, do you have a preference, Matt, from hard baits to soft baits, or is it colors? What's some of the stuff that you kind of depend on?
I do have 8 rods in the back, so I promise you, Billy, they're all ready for something else, for something new, something different. I really, the type of bait just depends on what I'm seeing in the area a lot or where I'm working. You talked real quickly and briefly about something that's important, those areas that are good temperature zones, those areas that are going to be warmer, and finding those like rocks and oysters. You can find those things from, good map analysis. And, in Salt Strong, we have the Smart Fishing Spots app, and you can literally go on there and hit a button and it'll show show you right where the oysters are in any given area. So that's a game changer. Yeah. So if I'm fishing an oyster bar, I may fish a little bit differently than I would a 4-foot ledge in a creek mouth, so presentation is going to be all about what I'm targeting. And, but yeah, those presentations will be heavily influenced based on those weather conditions, those climate conditions, and what the trends are as far as, kind of leading up to tournament day. We talk about a lot of prep work, and it's a lot of map analysis, which is really important, but understanding what the weather has done over the course of a week or even 2 weeks prior to tournament day is really important just the same, because that will heavily influence the way those fish move, the way they behave, the way they act, and it'll move the bait. So if you have a situation like we have where the whole week right before tournament day is heavy double-digit winds out of the northeast, it's going to push a lot of that bait out. So a lot of those fish are going to follow the bait. So that's what I'm always trying to do, is keep in mind of where the bait's going to go, and match that profile, if you will, what I'm trying to kind of target, or the area I'm targeting according to that profile.
Yeah. I mean, and what was the name of that app again? How do we find that? Oh, never mind. I got number one right here. Never mind. No, what was the name of that app? Because it is a great app. It truly is. And it's something that can really change the game in tournament fishing, especially.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's Smart Fishing Spots. That's the name of the app. That's Salt Strong's app. It's actually free to everybody who's a member at Salt Strong. You don't have to pay more for the app. If you pay for a year membership, would actually get you access to all the tackle discounts and all the fishing information you could ever want. You also get access to the app, which is a game changer. It's literally a depth finder in your pocket on your phone when you're out there on the water fishing at all times. You could pull up anything you want, and it's super fast. Like, you don't have to worry about your battery going dead on your, your Garmin or your Lowrance or whatever. You could just jump in the app. You get all your tide information, your weather, your windy is integrated. If you guys can see that, that's what it looks like right there. But if I want to find oyster bars, all I got to do is hit a button, and it will identify all of those in any given area based on, some marks on those spots. So it identifies all of those things along with grass flats, and it gives you the contour lines, anything that you could get from any high grade marine chart that you actually put on your boat. You can have it right on your cell phone, your tablet, your laptop, everything you need right before you go out.
That's pretty darn slick, especially to have the Windy app kind of incorporated in that.
Yeah, because Billy lives off the Windy app.
I love that app. That is slick.
All those white spots, those are the oysters. So that's how they show up when you hit the oyster bars. So that's right here in Stienhatchee. So, I mean, I know where all the oyster bars are coming out right here around this area.
Nice.
That being said, Brianna, I'm sorry to throw a curveball, but can we do a quick Billy weather report? Because I've got some questions for Matt on the weather after we do this quick report.
Great.
What's that? That's fine. It's about the same. Here we go. All right, Billy, break it down. What do we got?
Wow. I did not know we were doing this, but I do know that we do have chances of weather. I think tomorrow's like a solid 20 to 30%. Moving into Thursday is supposed to pick up even more. It's supposed to have that development coming out from the west side, pushing east.
What about winds?
Winds are heavy. We are supposed to be expecting into the, if I'm not mistaken, like Thursday was supposed to be like 15 to 25, if not pushing into the 30-mile-an-hour gusts. Not supposed to be pretty for the next couple of days.
Any tornadoes?
I hope not. I truly hope not.
All right. So that being said, Billy, thank you for that great weather report.
Oh, yeah. Had no idea.
Appreciate that. All right, Matt. So heavy winds leading up to the tournament. It's supposed to gradually get better. Saturday is supposed to be the better day, if I'm not mistaken, for winds.
Yeah.
So, I mean, does it make a lot of sense to do a lot of physical fish scouting right now, or are you going to be living off of that app that you were talking about and doing more strategy, more mapping,
more planning?
So I'm going to be doing whatever the weather allows me to do, to be completely honest. Tomorrow's a bust, obviously. I'm not going to go out there when, I have a chance at not only rain, but lightning. I don't mess with the electricity. That's something I don't play with, especially when we got Matt with 8 rods in the back, right, Billy? We can't have all those, can't have all that graphite sticking up in the air, man. That's a bad look. But, Thursday, weather permit, it's definitely going to be double digits, but we have the chance at the first tournament day also being similar conditions. So you kind of have to know what those fish are going to do during those conditions. And if weather allows you, or if you're brave enough to do it, you got to get out there. You got to put eyes on the area that you're wanting to fish. That's going to be important. You want to familiarize yourself with the area as best you can prior to tournament day, because you want to at least be able to identify key landmarks within your head. Okay, I need to go up 3 creeks, or I need to take a left at this bend, or whatever it is. Those things are helpful, and being able to get on the water and do some time on the water is going to make that easier for you.
Perfectly said.
Yeah.
Love it.
Absolutely. Get a good mixture of both out there. That way you know visually what you got planned and, well, what did we catch today?
So Matt, I've got to ask, what is going to be your soft plastic of choice? What is your go-to, for these type of conditions?
But what you're not going to use on tournament day.
Yeah.
That's a good question, man. Well, I'll tell you this, something I always use no matter where I go is like Slam Shady Jerk Shad, because white or that Slam Shady color does well in no matter what color water clarity you're in, because that white or that kind of translucent color that's in there with that silver and gold flake, it adapts to the water clarity. So if you're in clear water, it's got a clear profile to it. But if you're in dark water, it'll still retain a dark silhouette with the water clarity, but it's also a lure that sticks out because it's got that flash to it. So that's always, a clutch go-to first option. That's what I throw first, trying to identify, feeding fish, just because it works in a lot of different areas, a lot of different conditions.
Perfect.
Slam Shady. Gotta
love it, man. Matt, you got anything else for us, man? You've already given us a lot of great information. Any essentials? I'm going to talk about sunscreen a little bit. It's obviously essential for any angler, but especially on tournament day. But anything like non-fishing related, any key points that you can say to your fellow kayak anglers to make sure and bring on their kayak with them?
Yeah, something I could definitely tell you that's not actually relevant to the actual fishing is to make sure you know all the rules beforehand. Yeah. You know them front and back. There's a lot of things that go into tournament fishings that aren't even fishing related. You have to get your photo submissions. You have to know the boundaries. You have to be able to you have to know the code word. The misspelling of the code word, it can dearly cost you. So all of those things combined, there's a lot that goes into tournament fishing other than just catching fish. So when you're out there, something I do, little pro tip, I guess, is when I'm out there scouting, what I'll even do is practice the submission routine. So I'll, in my mind, play it as if it's tournament day, trying to figure out how to take that photo, get everything done as quick as I need to, and get that fish released. So it can be helpful to start practicing those routines, because when I fish a tournament, I'm not competing against the other anglers in my mind. I'm competing against myself. I'm competing against the conditions. I'm competing against the fish. So I'm just trying to beat the fish. I'm not trying to beat everyone else. And when you start focusing on becoming a better angler and returning to the fundamentals and less of it being a competition against another person, I found that I do better because it's only me that I'm out there to beat. And if you want to start practicing for tournament events, you want to get better at fishing a tournament, start practicing on a clock. So hit a body of water and say, okay, you got 2 hours left in the tournament. You need 2 fish in this bag. Where do you go? What do you do right now? Make it happen. Yep. You got 2 hours. that's the best preparation you could do for a tournament. It's not just map analysis. What are the fish are going to eat? Oh yeah, you need to know what the fish are going to eat, what lures they want. But if you're not doing these other things, all that on the water stuff really is, secondhand.
Yeah, I agree. One of the biggest things that Billy and I learned is you scout, you practice, you fish within those tournament hours, like you were saying. Mm-hmm. That really got us on one tournament in Stienhatchee.
Yeah, don't fish it till 9 o'clock at night because the tournament's not going to make it that long anyway, so there's no point doing it. You
truly have, unless you've seen those fish back to back moving from a certain area into a different area, and you can kind of backtrack and predict where they were. You cannot predict where they were. It's just not going to happen. So I cannot agree with you enough. Matt, thank you so much, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night, brother. I hope there's plenty of room in that camper. And we're looking forward to a great week of fishing and some friendships and hanging out.
That's it.
So
yeah, looking forward to it, man. Just one more thing. Huge thanks to Florida Redfish Series for all of their hard work and putting on this tournament trail this year. I know it's been a lot trying to jump through a lot of hoops, and especially dealing with all the new personalities with kayak anglers. So we really appreciate all of their hard work. It's a great series. Highly encourage anybody that isn't familiar with it or wanting to try it out to definitely get on. I can say that, it's not an easy trail. There are definitely some heavy hitters here. I respect every single person that I compete against because there's a lot of real swingers here. But I can tell you that amongst those great people, you will form some of the best friendships you've ever had. So I can tell you it's a great time and a great environment for sure.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, it can't be easy putting on a tournament when you got people like Scott Parrish involved. And, but Matt, thanks again for everything, man. Really looking forward to seeing you in person and looking forward to a great week, brother.
Always, my man. See you guys soon.
We'll see you soon.
Good luck.
All right. Real quick, Mario. 2 minutes. How would you prepare for a tournament of this magnitude in a place that you are not used to fishing? What's some of the stuff that you would do days leading up to the tournament? How would you prepare a boat? I mean, what's some of the stuff you do? I would definitely, like what Matt was saying, is check out maps. Any kind of maps. That app that he's got, I've seen it. It's fantastic app. I know a lot of people that are Salt Strong members. It's really useful, especially in the weather conditions we're going to have. You're going to want to find your darker bottom areas, your deeper holes, any of the oyster bars, anything that's going to hold temperature, like he was saying before. And secondly, I would want to scout the area early, hopefully with the same weather conditions or even worse weather conditions, and see what those things are chasing, see what they want to eat, see if they're eating at all, what kind of movements the baits are moving or making, whether they're going to be at the mouth of the creeks or if they're going to be more on the oyster bars or on the dark bottom areas like that. Yeah, the pre-fishing definitely helps with all that. Those are probably the two biggest things: is the bait movements and finding your looking at your maps and actually physically finding the oyster bars and the places that you want to fish and target. Those are probably the two biggest things. I'm not sure about the third thing. Like I said, I'm not much of a tournament angler. The third, I can't really think of a third one right now. You kind of put me on the spot there. So
good abundance.
Those first two things are definitely critical, for sure. Well, if I know how Mario thinks, just have. That's a good point, because they're not. If you're not competitive with yourself, you're probably not going to succeed in the series. So definitely, you want to put yourself on that clock. Get things done as fast as you possibly can without going too fast. Find the limitations for that, definitely too, and that it should increase your chances of winning. Perfect. All right, so let's go to the boat side now, Billy. We fished a lot of tournaments together.
Things with outboards.
Things with outboards.
Yeah.
one of the things I kind of taught myself is as you approach a spot, try to think about the fish. Try to think about the other fish that you're not specifically targeting, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So being quiet is everything.
Absolutely.
There's so much different stuff that goes into it. You're making sure your bilge pumps are turned off, making sure that there's nothing dragging through the water that could potentially harm the bottom or disturb the fish around you. Live wells, a lot of different stuff. So we brought some tackle out that we make sure that we have in our tournament boats. Mm-hmm. Right here. D-hookers. I mean, when you're reeling up that fish, if you know that fish is not going to be your tournament fish, there's no sense of bringing it out of the water. There's no sense of bringing it up for a photo, throwing it in the live well. We get culling permits. If you know it's not going to be your tournament fish,
get it off the hook as soon as possible.
Nothing better than a long D-hooker. Bubba makes a great product. You can see I use it a lot.
Yeah, if you could just see the wear behind here, it's almost polished chrome.
So, something long in there, you get in there while the fish is in the water, grab it, twist, the fish swims off.
Yep, and be done with it.
So,
free.
Besides that, this new BUBBA scale, having a good scale in the boat.
An accurate scale.
Because
that has caught us in the past. We weigh in a fish on our boat and we're thinking we're doing really good. And we get in and it weighs out to be, I think we fell in 12th.
I mean, this helps you with the culling process, helps you tell you what's already in the live well. Yep. You can see it, weigh it. If it's close, you know that you've got a bigger fish in the live well. This fish is going back, or if it's ready to upgrade, put in the live well, get the other one out.
That's it. They're all color coded and they're all ready to be released and or kept.
Yeah. So a good scale is very, very handy. Billy, pick something out, talk about it. What's something important to you?
Something important to me. Good old marker 48. Especially with the red right return, you hope to drink enough to remember red right return.
That's for our post celebration, guys. But for during the boat, we got Red Bulls.
Yeah.
No, seriously, staying hydrated.
Yes, absolutely. Bringing enough water on board is a huge thing. Sodas don't cover it. Red Bulls aren't going to cover it, and darn sure beer isn't going to either.
Yep.
Having a good case of water on board, when you have playing on an actual vessel that can handle a bigger cooler, it's not a bad idea just to toss a case in there.
That's exactly right. Something easy, snackable, something your hands aren't going to get all dirty and crispy or greasy.
Yeah.
Rick Murphy is he's got this superstition about double stuffed Oreos.
Oh, all right.
So.
Good or bad?
Good. He has to have double stuffed Oreos.
All right.
Yep, that's his snack.
That makes me feel better. At least I can bring him back to go fishing with him.
We've talked about it a lot. Is tackle.
Absolutely.
Don't put yourself in the position where you're switching out left and right, switching out for this, that, this.
It's going to keep it into the basics.
Yeah, keep in the basics. Keep what you are familiar with. Mm-hmm. If you know that you've caught fish before in this area or in this type of water with this type of color or this type of bait, stick with that. If the fish are hungry, they're going to eat.
Absolutely. You can always at least get a reaction hit out of them.
That's it. But every time you go start switching, you're missing opportunities to cast.
Absolutely.
So I like to stick with a small bait. I really like a small dark paddle tail. Something you can do a steady retrieve on. Something that's subtle.
Very shallow water that you're going to be dealing with this week.
With not a lot of action, but also having a big giant bait right next to it. This.
When you get into that pothole and you want it to drop down and make a presence.
Exactly.
That's the bait you're going to want for it.
These big, obnoxious, salty snacks, the watermelon red, this is what won us a championship last year in Stienhatchee.
Looks like a football.
This caught 3 out of the 4 the tournament fish we got. It reenacts a mud minnow. I love these things. I love the action on them. But there's times where it's too obnoxious.
Yep.
And you cannot risk, throwing in someplace and spooking fish. Yeah, so start small.
Absolutely correct.
I'll let you talk. That's
gold
your baby.
Spoon. So we really got into these Johnson minnow spoons. Actually, playing around here, can't say we were the most successful playing with them here. We actually found our best success playing up there in Stienhatchee area, getting into Shell Mound area, playing up there in no man's land, playing with the Gold Spoon, into that muddier bottom waterways. Actually opened my eyes to fall in love with this lure once again.
Yep.
The steady retrieve on it, just as slow as it can get without it doing a full barrel roll on your line, played out to be the best tactic. I mean, heck, there was times where we even just let it set on the bottom, twitching it off the mud, and picked up fish. So really cool bait right here is that Johnson Gold Spoon. I don't care what brand it is, but that one was a Johnson.
Some Pro Cure.
Absolutely.
Never helps or never hurts to add a little bit of scent. Pro Cure is a great product, stays on the baits. And then your leader.
Leader's a big one.
Yep. I will not go above 20 pound.
Yep. Especially on tournament days.
But I will drop down to 12 if I have to.
Yep.
If I have to. But it hurts. Like in Panama City.
It's one of those risks that you hope for the great reward, but it can also be a very devastating thing to try and get that right presence.
Yep. And then a popping cork.
Yes.
Submerse Outdoor Gear makes one of the most incredible popping corks that I've experienced yet.
Yep.
Great action. But what I like about this thing is you can throw these a country mile. So like in these really windy days we're facing, when we're forced to come out of the creek mouths and, it starts getting a little bit deeper and you go way out into the flats.
Oh, yeah, following that channel out.
It's a lot of water. You got to have something that's going to make some noise.
Absolutely. And the nice thing about Submerse, the way they have theirs built, is they don't have a solid cable in it, which is nice. There's no bend to ruin the popping cork, because I know with many other top brands, I find them all over the reef areas. Playing on the airboat, actually just landed a redfish 2 days ago on a nice bent popping cork.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Still have the popping cork in the boat.
I love seeing all the popping corks and balloons. Yeah. But guys, we talked about sunscreen. Just pack it, bring it. You are out there. You're not bringing a bimini on tournament day, especially. You're not going to have shade.
Yeah.
Bring it. It's really important. I just went to my 6-month checkup for the dermatologist.
Yep.
That's another thing. Citrus Dermatology. Thank you all so much for taking us anglers in, checking us out, make sure everything's good to go.
Packing us up.
But every time I go there, God, do I get a mouthful about sunscreen. So bring it. Redneck Sunscreen provides a great product. Yeah. Very easy to use, tear-free.
That's it.
Just pack it.
No nasty scent, no crazy oil feel.
So, Billy, what do you think about, I think besides the check-it board, one last thing, and actually Aubrey and I talked about this before.
True check-it sticks.
Yep, she was asking me about this little device. Now, first of all, check-it sticks is what FWC uses.
That's it. What law enforcement is going to check your fish with when you get stopped.
Yes.
So just like the scale, when you want your scale to be accurate, you want the measurement to be just as accurate too.
If you get a cheap one from Walmart, 9 out of 10 times it's going to be off. We verified it with the Ho-Ho tournament. Yeah. This is what the law enforcement goes off of. This is what tournaments go off of. So just pick yourself one. But this is the perfect pinch. You put your fish down, nose down. I always like to put mine on a slant. Put this thing right at the bridge of the tail. And then you slide it up, and it does the perfect pinch, hopefully right before 27.
That's it. Whether you want the tip of the tail, it depends on what species, the tip of the tail or the fork of the tail, that perfect pinch is going to give you that proper alignment of the tail to be measured.
One last thing.
Oh, some good shades.
The most important thing is a good pair of shades.
Yeah, 100%.
We have turned more people on to BAJÍO sunglasses, for their clarity. I love having anglers on my boat for charters that have a different, brand that they've been used to or they're trying, and then all of a sudden, hey, here, try these. They might be a little dirty. But try them out.
They're gonna be dirty.
They're gonna be dirty, but it's clear.
That's it. And that's what, I mean, it is pretty wild how many pairs of glasses that people are like, holy smokes, and they're smudged, dirty, salty glasses right off our heads.
That's it.
And they're still surprised.
All right, so we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, We're going to show you a little trick with a pair of pantyhose that's really going to help you with your tournament day as well. And then also we're going to talk about the rules and regulation changes for the 4th annual Ho 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 Fishing for Dough. So we'll be right back.
Here in Florida, every name tells a story. Just saying Ian, Nicole, or Michael brings about strong memories. But then there's Adam.
How are you? Better not see you.
And Gary.
Hey.
Together, their teams helped rescue over 3,500 people. And Vicky, she used her food truck to feed the community.
Thank you so much, guys.
And Andy, he flew medical aid to devastated communities. But then there's Shane, Clyde, and Robert. Together, they have more than 60 years of storm experience. They stand with an FPL team of thousands, ready to respond. So as the next storm approaches, just know we're prepared. Here in Florida, every name tells a story, and every name is important. Because together, we can weather any storm.
Like the concept, though. It's a good idea.
We're back.
What's that?
All right, let me go back here. So,
one other brilliant idea that Captain Gary's got here for y'all.
Pantyhose. You can find them in just about any household. First of all, Jordan, thank you very much for letting Billy steal your pantyhose for us to bring this in the demonstration. One of the things that can kill you during a tournament that you will never know, that you'll never see, but you'll always wonder why your line keeps
This is going to go in fishing life in general.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing that may truly frustrate you that you may not know you have a problem with.
A pair of $1.99 pantyhose from any general store, anything you can find, will save the day. So these guides in here, they are known to crack.
Yep.
But you will not see them because they are typically this black or dark color here.
Usually stay as a whole. They don't fall out.
Exactly. But if you take a pair of pantyhose, now, if these were not Jordans, I would cut them up to get to the smaller guides. So we'll start down here. But if you take this pantyhose and then run it through the guide, and then you do this right here, if there's any sort of crack in that guide, you are going to feel the pantyhose hang up. You'll feel it catch. Whatever the fabric is, it's real light, you're going to feel it pull, and you're going to up in there. So what I'll do is I'll sit here and I'll run these all the way through the guides. And if I feel any sort of catch or hang up, I'll run them back and forth. Then I know it's time to put that rod to the side, take the reel off, and move on.
That's it.
Now,
time for a repair.
Billy, you've tested on our grouper rods, putting a nice flat edge.
Yep. I was actually using the back end of a razor blade, using the non-sharp side of it, but using that flat edge, and you just slowly twirl it, and you'll feel that catch. And we ended up finding this same situation on one of the grouper rods. We couldn't figure out. We replaced the line, thinking we had crummy line, and we were still breaking lines off. Well, come to find out, the eye itself was actually fraying and chew through fast enough when you would get that good solid set hook, and there went the fish. So we found the issue that way. But I like this idea. It's kind of brilliant to where it actually does leave a catch.
Yep. So I keep a pair of these in my tackle box, my tackle bag. They're a little ripped recently, so I ran out of underwear. I had to put them on, so I borrowed Jordan's. Thank you very much, Jordan. Billy, Ho 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 Fishing for Dough.
Coming up quick.
Coming up very quick. What are we, 3 weekends away now?
Something of that nature, yeah.
So we just made a huge change. Each year we try to get more and more conservative when it comes to what is brought in as far as
trying to preserve our fishery for what it is, make sure that everybody can still catch for next year.
That's it. We when they changed trout to where you can only keep one per boat.
Over 20.
Yep, over 20 now to 19. So we changed it that you can't keep a fish. If it touches the 19-inch line, you cannot keep it.
Yep.
We went to 2 trout. But this year we are doing a no bringing in dead trout.
That's it. That's it. There is no actual official weigh-in per se. It's all going to be done off photo.
But luckily, thanks to our friends over at Dillon's Media and the CCA of Florida for their very generous sponsorship, we've got that big giant jumbo screen.
The old Jumbotron.
So your catch, as you send it to us, it's going to be displayed live on the Jumbotron for everyone to see. So it's going to be really fun. A lot of activity going on. Really excited. CCA, Florida Insider Fishing Report, they're teaming up. They're also going to give all the anglers a little appreciation token for some really custom tournament shirts. And then also CCA is hooking up with some really cool stuff to go inside those Florida Insider Fishing angler bags. So
yes, I'm excited for that tournament. It's going to be if it's anything like the past 3 years, it's going to be an amazing turnout.
Oh yeah,
and that's the part I'm excited for. It's great to see everybody that shows up for the festivity side of it.
Definitely. All right, so let's talk about giveaways.
Ooh.
What do you think?
What y'all wanting?
I'm thinking let's do a 4-pack of Red Right Return for participating members over the age of 21. A 4-pack of Markerade. And then...
If y'all haven't had Markerade, it is something different. It's different.
There we go. And then we're going to do 2 of these custom... Can we get a zoom in here, Brie? These custom Submerse corks. Oh, we can't do the... That has the Fish Talk Live logo displayed on it. We're going to do 2 of those.
If I find y'all fishing with that in the reef and I find these things floating around, I'm keeping it.
So that's what we're going to be giving away tonight. We're going to do the secret question. Oh, you know what? We've got this sweet Nature Coast Financial Advisors hat that we're also going to be giving away with all this cool stuff. So stay tuned. We're going to be doing the secret question right after this commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be spinning the reel.
12 o'clock. 42, about 50 feet. Yeah, I got him. He's on it. Got him. Nice. That's a stud right there. Awesome cast, dude. That was so cool.
What's the best reel for my price point?
Alrighty, we are back at the Reel of Fortune. So tonight's trivia question, Matt with 8 rods in the back talked about a super top secret app that's made by Salt Strong. What is the name of the app? The first 6 people that answer that correctly, Brody, is going to get added to the reel associated with one of these figures here. What is this, Brody? What is that? Redfish, yeah. What is... Sheep's head. Good job. You know that one? Sounds a little tougher. It rhymes with cook. Snook. What is that one? Grouper. Did we define... Huh?
A mohawk?
No, not a mohawk. Not... Hey, show everybody your sweet mohawk, though.
Is it a mihawk?
No, that is a pompano. Or is it a permit?
Could be either one.
All right.
You caught one.
Yep. All right. So, but first, show everybody your sweet mohawk.
Pompano.
Show them. Look at that. Show them your lightning bolt. See that? Let's make him run faster. All right. So, what is the name of the app that Salt Strong makes to help all your fishing needs? Not yet. We gotta wait for Aubrey to walk out here with the board. You remember the tournament last year, buddy?
Yeah.
Was that a lot of fun? Did you win some stuff with the raffles? Yeah?
When you go to spin this, what are you rooting for?
What do you hope it
it's
lands
gonna
on?
Land on?
Snook? Oh.
Both.
Sheep's head? Both.
It's going to go right in between. We're going to have 2 winners.
Here, Brody, why don't you tell
You get
everybody
2
what they're
beers
going to
apiece.
win? What's that? What's this? Beer. What's that?
A bobber.
A bobber. All right, we got them. Thank you, Aubrey. So, now what's the name of your barber that cut your hair? Do you remember? Is it Mr. Ray?
Yes.
Ray's Suncoast Barbers. Awesome, right? So these are our 6 names. Yep. I want you to spin it good, though. Promise me? All right. Ooh, good spin.
Redfish.
Shrimp. What do you think?
Off and off.
That's a good spin, bro.
Don't touch it. That was a really good spin. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, snook it is.
What is that? Snook?
It's the one he. It's the one he picked.
Oh. Sound it out. Right here. Scott? Pritchard.
One of the Scots.
Scott Pritchard, congratulations. We will bring these items with us when we come see you at the Florida Redfish Championship. He's going to take all of them. The beer, the hat, the popping corks, everything. Guys, thank you very much for watching Fish Talk Live once again. We will see you all next week with the results from the Florida Redfish Series. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our viewers. Mario, Billy, Aubrey,
thank you all for
Brianna.
joining
Thank
us.
you guys for killing it back there.
I'm in the shrimp.
Brody, thank you very much. Brody, good luck in your football game this weekend, buddy. You gonna get a touchdown? Pull some flags? Have some fun? Guys, we'll see you next week.